Andre Santos sends four-word message as Estevan Willian stays humble after Chelsea win. Chelsea's night under the lights at Stamford Bridge felt like more than just another Carabao Cup tie. It was a glimpse into the new identity forming under Enzo Maresca. When the final whistle blew and the Blues sealed their passage to the quarterfinals with a hard-fought victory over Wolves, the celebrations weren't about dominance or flair. They were about heart, hunger, and the rising energy of youth. And at the center of that emotion were two names that have been quietly shaping Chelsea's future: Andre Santos and Estevan Willian. The Brazilian pair represent a story that's both inspiring and symbolic of the new Chelsea era. Young, fearless, and humble enough to let their football speak louder than their words. Santos's four-word message after the match summed up everything about this night: passion, belief, and pride in the shirt. He didn't need essays or flashy celebrations. His brief words, shared on social media shortly after the final whistle, resonated deeply with fans who've been waiting for players that genuinely understand what it means to fight for the badge. Estevan, meanwhile, might still be a teenager, but his composure and humility after the match showed maturity far beyond his years. Even as headlines praised his creativity, his vision, and the effortless flair that lit up the pitch, he focused only on improvement and gratitude. "Still learning every day," he said quietly when asked about his growing reputation. Those few words told supporters everything they needed to know about the mindset of Chelsea's next superstar. The match itself was a demanding one. Wolves arrived with intent, testing Chelsea's resolve with quick transitions and aggressive pressing. But it was Chelsea's energy, anchored by their young midfield dynamo, that turned the tide. Andre Santos, who has spent months adapting to the physicality and pace of English football, produced one of his most commanding displays yet. His movement off the ball, his quick recovery runs, and his ability to recycle possession under pressure gave Chelsea the stability they needed in key moments. There was a moment midway through the first half when Wolves looked certain to break through, only for Santos to slide in with perfect timing. Clean, composed, and courageous. It wasn't just a tackle, it was a statement. The crowd roared in approval, recognizing that in Santos they have a midfielder who not only works tirelessly, but does so with genuine passion. Maresca's decision to trust the young Brazilian was vindicated once again. When he took over, questions were raised about whether he would give Chelsea's emerging talents real minutes in competitive matches. But the manager has been clear. He believes in youth if they show responsibility and intelligence on the pitch. Santos has responded to that challenge by becoming one of the team's most disciplined performers. After the match, as cameras panned across the pitch, Santos's joy was unfiltered. He smiled, hugged teammates, and later, from the dressing room, posted a four-word message that instantly went viral among supporters. Proud, together, always Chelsea. Simple, honest. That kind of emotion, authentic and raw, is what fans have longed for. Chelsea has gone through turbulent seasons, filled with expensive transfers, quick managerial changes, and an often disconnected squad. But moments like these remind the supporters that the heart of football still beats strongest in players who truly care. Beside him, Estevan Willian shone in a different way. Where Santos impressed with grit and discipline, Estevan dazzled with elegance and fearlessness. Every time he touched the ball, there was electricity in the air. His dribbles carried purpose, his passes broke lines, and his chemistry with the senior players grew clearer with each movement. When he cut inside during the second half and curled an effort that narrowly missed the top corner, the entire stadium gasped. That moment captured exactly why the hype around him has reached such levels. But what makes Estevan special isn't just his talent, it's his attitude. After the match, as teammates celebrated and fans chanted his name, he stayed grounded. No over-the-top reactions, no grand gestures. He thanked the supporters, congratulated his teammates, and reminded everyone that he's just getting started. "It's about the team, not me," he told Chelsea's in-house media. "We win together, we work together." Those words might sound simple, but in modern football, that humility is golden. Maresca has often spoken about the kind of dressing room culture he's trying to build, a place where ego takes a back seat to teamwork, where players think collectively rather than individually. Estevan embodies that philosophy perfectly. His quiet focus mirrors the same spirit Maresca has tried to instill since his arrival. Throughout the match, Chelsea's balance between experience and youth was evident. The likes of Reece James and Enzo Fernandez provided leadership, while younger players like Santos and Estevan injected pace and enthusiasm. It's that blend that has begun to define Maresca's Chelsea, a side that fights as one, with the old guiding the new. When Wolves pushed late on, threatening to level the score, Chelsea's defensive line stood strong. Santos dropped deep, covering space with remarkable awareness, while Estevan tracked back to support his full-back, a small detail but one that showed how deeply these young players have absorbed their tactical instructions. There's a sense around Stamford Bridge that something genuine is developing. It's not the flashy, unpredictable chaos of recent years, but a steady evolution, one built on character, chemistry, and commitment. Estevan's humility off the pitch and Santos's leadership on it are proof that Chelsea's future is in safe hands. Fans have noticed the bond forming among this new core. The social media posts, the celebrations, the small gestures between the players all point to a unity that's been missing for too long. After the match, several senior players reposted Santos's forward message, adding blue hearts and encouraging comments. It wasn't a PR stunt. It felt organic, real, and heartfelt. That connection between the team and the supporters has been one of Maresca's biggest achievements. He's built trust not through promises but through performances. Every win feels earned, every goal celebrated as a collective victory. The Wolves match, though far from perfect, showcased Chelsea's resilience. In past seasons, this kind of fixture might have ended in frustration. A late equalizer, missed chances, dropped heads. But this team refused to fold. Even when the tempo dropped, even when Wolves pressed high, Chelsea's midfield refused to lose control. Santos, standing firm in the center, orchestrated calmly. His passes were crisp, his awareness sharp. The young Brazilian has come a long way since arriving in London. Those early months of adaptation, when the Premier League's pace seemed relentless, have forged him into a smarter, tougher player. Now he reads the game with intelligence and executes with precision. His partnership with Enzo Fernandez continues to blossom, creating a blend of South American creativity and European structure that gives Chelsea a unique rhythm. And Estevan, still learning, still developing, already shows signs of that same maturity. He doesn't chase the spotlight, yet the spotlight finds him anyway. His talent is undeniable, but it's the discipline and composure that make him truly exceptional. Maresca has often praised his mentality, noting that he listens, observes, and applies lessons faster than most players twice his age. That mentality was visible against Wolves. Every pass, every run, every defensive recovery spoke of a player hungry to grow. His humility, far from being a weakness, fuels his ambition. Off the pitch, Estevan's calm demeanor is mirrored by Santos's fiery spirit, and together they represent the two halves of Chelsea's new personality. The fans feel it too. After years of uncertainty, there's belief again. Stamford Bridge erupted at the final whistle, not just because of the result, but because of what it symbolized. A team rebuilding its soul. The Carabao Cup may not be the ultimate prize, but for this young side, it's a proving ground. Every round offers lessons. Every match builds confidence. Santos's message, proud, together, always Chelsea, now feels like more than a post-match quote. It's become a mantra for this new generation. The 4 words capture a philosophy that runs deeper than tactics or results. Pride in the badge, unity in purpose, loyalty through every challenge. That's what Maresca wants from his squad. Chelsea fans, for their part, have responded with renewed passion. Online forums and fan pages were flooded with praise for the Brazilian duo. Fans who've seen countless transfer cycles come and go are now seeing something different. Players who bleed blue.
Esteban's humility has drawn comparisons to a young Eden Hazard, not just for his style, but for his quiet charisma. Santos, meanwhile, is being hailed as the heart of Chelsea's midfield future, a player capable of leading both by words and by example. Inside the dressing room, their influence is growing too. Teammates reportedly speak of Santos's work ethic and Esteban's positivity as infectious. They bring energy to training, intensity to games, and joy to the group dynamic. Maresca has found in them not just talents, but pillars of his rebuild. The Wolves' win may fade in the fixture list, but its significance will linger. It was the night Chelsea's identity felt clearer than ever. A team that's learning, fighting, believing again. From the touchline, Maresca's satisfaction was obvious. His project isn't about instant glory, it's about laying foundations. Nights like this, with young stars stepping up, are proof that the vision is taking shape.